Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Prayatmane Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayane Tinamine Namo Vishnu Padaya Shri Keshava Priyatmane Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Vamane Tinamine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschantya Deshatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Acharya Simharupine Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshaveti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshavanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Namo Gaurikishoraya Shakshadvaragya Mortaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padambo Jayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Midodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaur Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavadayate Gauravir Bhava Bhumestvam Nirdesta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha namo mahavedanyaya krishna prema pradayate krishnaya krishna chaitanya namne gauritvishe namaha Hey Krishna karuna sindhu dinabandhu jagatpate gopesha gopika kanta radha kanta namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye sorry. Jayatam Surator Pangor Mama Manda Matirgati Matsarvasya Parambojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyadvindaranya Kalpajumadaha Srimad Radnagara Simhasanasto Shishi Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshalavi Sevyamana Smarami Shriman Rasarasaram Vibam Sivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinata Shri Sunam Hindai Tulasi Devyai Priyai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavityai Namo Namah Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhakta Kyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gauda Bhaktavid Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Guru Bhajan. Anyone would like to sing one? If not, I will go. Okay. What do you want to find? You can find it.
What's it called?
Gurudev.
Shri Guru Charana.
Oh, Shri Guru Charana Padma? Oh. Yeah, that's great. 359. Shri Guru Kamala Bhajaman.
Shri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman. Guru Kripa bina nahi koi sadhana bhar. Guru Kripa Bhajavan abjaja anukshan, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Bhajanukshan, Charana Kamala Bhajaman. Milta nahi asha durlabha janama, Brahmata hukchoda bhuvan. Oda bhuvan. Milta nahi asha durlabha janama, Milta nahi asha durlabha janama, Brahmata ho choda bhuvan. किसी को मिलते हैं अहो भाग्य से, किसी को मिलते हैं हरि भक्त के दर्शन, चरण कमल भजमान गुरु Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Kamala Bhajaman. Krishna Kripa ki Ananda Murti, Krishna Kripa ki Ananda Murti. Dina jana karuna nidan, Dina jana karuna nidan. Bhakti bhava prema, Dina prakashata, Bhakti bhava prem, Dina prakashata. Shri Guru Patita Pavan, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Guru Patita Pavan, Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman. Shruti Smriti o Purana Mahi, Shruti Smriti o Purana Mahi, Kino Spasta Praman, Kino Spasta Praman. Tanamana Jivana Guru Padayarpana, Sata Shri Hari Namratan, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Sata Shri Hari Namratan, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Jai Guru Dev Jai 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 Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Sorry. Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. Worship the lotus feet of Sri Guru, O mind. Without Guru's mercy, we have no strength in our sadhana. O mind, worship Guru, worship him at every moment. This rare human birth is not often found as we scour the 14 planes of existence. A chance few, by astounding good fortune, get to glimpse a devotee of Sri Hari. He is the blissful embodiment of Krishna's mercy and a reservoir of compassion for the destitute. Manifesting bhakti, bhav, and prem, Sri Guru is the savior of the fallen. All the Shrutis, Smritis, and Puranas describe Sri Guru's glories. There is clear evidence of this. Offering my body, mind, and very life at the feet of Gurudev, I incessantly sing Shri Harinam. Vaishnav?
Let's do Kirupe Bhaibo Seva, page 45. Kirupe Bhaibo Seva, Moidora Chara, Shri Guru Vaishnave Rati, Nahoilo Amara, Kirupe Bhaibo Seva, Moidora Chara, Shri Guru Vaishnave Rati, Nahoilo Kirupe Bhaibo Seva, Moidora Chara, Shri Guru Vaishnave Rati, Nahoilo Amara, Kirupe Bhaibo Seva, Moidora Chara, Shri Guru Vaishnava Rati, Nahoilo Amara, Ashesha Mayate Mana Magana Hailo Vaishnavi Telesha Macha Rati Na Janmilo, Ashesha Malaite Mana Magana Hailo Vaishnavi Telesha Macha Vishaya Boliyanda Haino Divanishi Gale Fasharite Fire Maya Se Pisachi Vishaya Boliyanda Divanishi Ihare Kariya Jaya Charanana Jaya Sadhu Kripa Vinara Nahi Kaupa Ihare Kariya Jaya Charanana Jaya Sadhu Kripa Vina Ado Sadarasi Prabhu Patita Udhara Ebara Narotame Karaho Nishtara Ado Sadarasi Kirupen Bhaivo Seva Moidora Chara Shri Guru Vaishnavirati Nahoilo Ama Kirupe Bhaivo Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, oh hey Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya 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 Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya. How can a wicked person like me ever attain devotional service? I have not developed any attachment to Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas. My mind is ceaselessly absorbed in material pursuit. Not even the slightest bit of attachment to the Vaishnavas has developed within me. Having grown delirious as a result of continuous sense gratification, I have become blind, and the witch of Maya has tied a noose of material desires around my neck. There is no way to defeat Maya and obtain release from her without the mercy of saintly persons. O Master, you never see the faults of others, and you are the savior of the fallen. Now please deliver this Narottam Das. Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. Yeah. Can I do Gaurapahu? Unless you have one. I'm trying to find it. 83. Page 83. Gaurapahu nabajiyamainu. Gaurapahu nabajiyamainu. Gaurapahu nabajiyamainu. Gaurapahu Jiyamaino Prema Ratana Dhana Helaya Harinu Prema Ratana Dhana Helaya Harinu Gora Pahunava Jiyamainu. Gora Pahunava Jiyamainu. Adhane Jatana Kori Dhanate Yaginu. Adhane Jatana Kori Teyagino. Apana Karama Dose Apani Dubino. Apana Karama Dose Apani Dubino. Gora Pahuvaji Yarmanu. Gora Pahunavaji Yarmanu. Sata Sangachari Koi Nuasate Vilasa Satanganga. Te karane lagilo je karma bhanda fasa. Te karane lagilo je karma bhanda fasa. Gora Pahunava Jiyamainu. Gora Pahunava Yamainu. Vishaya Visama Visha Satata Kainu. Vishaya Visama Visha Satata Kainu. Gora Kirtana Rase Magana Nainu. Gora Kirtana Rase Nainu. Gora Pahunava Jiyamainu. Gora Pahunava Nainu. Kenova Chaye Prana Kisuka Paya. Kenova Kisuka Paya. Narottama Dasa Keno Nagilo Maria. Nagilo Maria. Gora Pahunava Jiyamainu. Gora Pahunava Jiyamainu. Jaya Nitai Jaya Go. Jaya Nitai Jaya Go. Jaya Nitai Jaya Go. Nitai Jaya Go. Nitai Gaura Haribol Haribol Haribol. Nitai Gaura Haribol. Nitai Gaura Haribol Haribol Haribol. Nitai Gaura Haribol. By not worshipping my Lord Gaurashundar, I have invited death, and by neglecting the precious jewel of prema, I have lost it. Attending to worthless trifles, I have thrown away my real wealth. I have drowned myself in my misdeeds. Forsaking the association of devotees, I have sported with non-devotees. For this reason I am being choked by the snare of my actions. I have constantly drunk the deadly poison of material sense enjoyment, and thus I have not become absorbed in the nectarian mellows, ras, of Gaura Kirtan. For what happiness does this life continue? Why doesn't Narottam Das simply die?
Oh yeah, that's so sweet. Narad Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramana Name Narad Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramana Name Namayamani Udita Hoy Bhakata Gita Same Namayamani Udita Hoy Bhakata Gita Same Narad Muni Bhajai Vina Radhika Ramana Name Narad Muni Javina Radhika Ramana Name Ami Adhara Barisha Gana Shravane Jugala Giya Ami Adhara Barisha Gana Shravane Jugala Giya Ami Adhara Barisha Gana Shravane Jugale Giya Ami Adhara Barishe Gana Shravane Jugala Giya Bhakata Jane Sagana Nache Boriyaya Panahiya Bhakata Jana Sagane Nache Boriyaya Panahiya Bhakata Jana Sagane Nache Boriyaya Panahiya Bhakata Jana Sagane Nache Boriyaya Panahiya Narada Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramana Name Narada Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramana Name Madhuri Poraya Savaposhi Mataye Jagata Jane Madhuri Poraya Savaposhi Kehova kande, Kehova nache, Kehova te mane mane. Kehova kande, Kehova nache, Kehova te mane mane. Narad Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramana Name Narad Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramana Name Panchavadan Narade Dori Premera Sagana Rola Panchavadan O Kamalasana Nachiya Bole Bolo Bolo Hari Bolo Kamalasana नाचिया बोले बोल बोलो हरि बोल कमलासन नाचिया बोले बोल बोलो हरि बोलो कमलासन नाचिया बोले हरि बोल कमलासन नाचिया बोले हरि बोल नारद मुनि बजाय वीणा राधिका रमन नामे नारद मुनि राधिका रमन नाम सहस्रनन परम सुखे हरि हरि बोली गाया सहस्रनन परम सुखे हरि हरि नाम प्रभवे मटिलो विश्व नाम रस सबे पाया नाम प्रभवे मटिलो विश्व नारद मुनि बजाय वीणा राधिका रमन नामे नारद मुनि बजाय वीणा राधिका रमन नामे श्री कृष्ण नाम रसने स्फुरी पुरालोया मरायाशा श्री कृष्ण नाम पुरालो जगमरायाशा शिरोपापदे जचे अहिहा बकति विनोद तासा शिरोपापदे जचे अहिहा बकति विनोद दासा नारद मुनि बजाय वीणा राधिका रमन नामे मुनि बजाय वीणा राधिका रमन नामे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम राम हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे नारद बजाए वीणा जंत्रे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे नारद बजाए वीणा जंत्रे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे ओ शिवा जपेन पंचमुखे राम राम हरे हरे शिवा जपेन पंचमुखे राम राम हरे हरे ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम राम निताय गौर हरि बोल Haribo, Nitai Gora, Haribo, Nitai. The great sage Narad plays his veena in accompaniment to the chanting of the holy names of Shri Radhika Raman, and the holy name immediately appears amidst the devotees' singing. When the current of nectar of the holy names of the Lord streams profusely and enters both ears, the devotees dance continuously, filling their hearts with joy. The stream of sweet nectar maddens the people of the universe. Some weep, some dance, and others become fully intoxicated within their minds. The five-headed Lord Shiva, embracing Narad, roars repeatedly out of prayam, while he who sits upon a lotus flower, Lord Brahma, dances enthusiastically and calls out Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thousand-headed Lord Shesh, feeling supreme happiness, sings Hari, Hari. By the influence of the holy name, the entire universe becomes maddened, and everyone tastes the nectarian mellows of the holy name. This servant Bhakti Vinod prays at the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami. May the holy names of Shri Krishna fulfill all my desires by manifesting upon my tongue.
Do Krishna Deva Bhavantam Bande into Radhe Jai Jai Madhava Jai Jai. Okay. Krishna Deva Bhavantam. 3, 4, 3. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Oh Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Deva Bhavantam Vande. Manmanasamadhukaram arpaya nijapara pankara makarande. Manasamadhukaram arpaya nijapara pankaja makarande. O Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Deva Bhavantam Vande. Yadyapi samati suvidirapi pashyati natavanaka gramarichi. Suvidirapi pashyati natavanaka gramarichi. Idam ichamini shamyatava chuta tadapi krita duta vichim. Ichamini shamyatava chuta. O Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Deva Bhavantam Vande. O Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. O Bhakti Rudan Shakti Yadyapi Madhava Natvai Mamatira Matri. Shakti Yadyapi Madhava Natvai Mamatira Matri. Parameshvarata tadabhitavaidhika durgata gatana viratri. Parameshvarata Hika Durgata Gatana Viratri Krishna Deva Bhavantam Bande Deva Bhavantam Bande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Bande Deva Bhavantam Bande Ayamavilo Latayarya Sanatana Kalita Bhutarasa Bhairam Latayarya Sanatana Anivasatyo Nityami Amrita Nindini Vindan Madhurima Sairam Nindini Vindan Madhurima Sairam Krishna Deva Bhavantam Bande Deva Bhavantam Bande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Bande Deva Bhavantam Bande Krishna He 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 Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite 341 Havadai Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Tairuni Mandala Maite Gokula Tairuni Mandala Maite Mandala Maite Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Avadaite Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshem Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshem Vardhana Veshem Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipinashem Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipinashem Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Hare Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Rishabhanudari Navashashi Lekhe Navashashi Lekhe Rishabhanudari Navashashi Lekhe Shashi Lekhe Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishakhe Ramita Vishakhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Hey Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Karunam Kuru Mai Karuna Bharitam Karuna Bharitam Karunam Kuru Mai Karuna Bharitam Kuru Mai Rite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Varnita Charite Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Hare Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Hey Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Krishna Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe Jai 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 Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe Oh Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe Oh Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Hari Bol Sacred Vedic Arts Ki Jai. Who's excited? Oh, great. He's probably working.
I think he's working on the prasad for tonight.
Prashad.
Working on the prasad for tonight. He's doing things in the kitchen.
Jai Jagannath Swami ki jai, Sachinandan Gaura Hari ki jai. Kadachit kalindi tata vipina sangita kavaro mudabiri nari badana kamala svada marupa Rama Shambhu Brahma Rapati Ganesha Chita Pado Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava Tume Bhuje Savya Venum Shirashi Shikapi Chamkati Tate Dukulam netantre sahacha kataksham cha vidadate Sada Shrimad Vrindavana Vasati Lila Parichayo Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Maham Bodham Nishche Chanakaruchire Nila Shikare Vasan Pradadanta Sahajabala Brajena Balina Subhajamadhyasta Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Kripa Paravara Sajala Jalada Sheni Ruchiro Ramavani Rama Spura Ramala Pankeru Hamuka Surandera Rajan Shruti Ganashika Gita Charito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Ratarudo Gachan Patimilita Bhuteva Patalai Stuti Pradurbhavam Pratipadamupa Sadaya Taya Sindur Bandhu Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Param Brahma Pita Kuvalaya Dalo Pula Nayano Snivasi Nilado Nihita Charano Nanta Shirasi Rasanadirada Sarasavapura Lingana Sukho Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Navayache Rajam Nachakana Kama Nikya Vibhavam Nayache Amram Yam Sakala Janakam Yam Varavadum Sada Kale Kale Pramatapatina Gita Charito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Haratam Samsaram Jutataram Surapate Haratam Papanam Vitatim Aparam Yadavapate Ahodina Nate Nihita Charano Nishitamidam Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Jagannatha Stakam Punyam Vapatet Prayata Shuchi Sarva Papa Vishudatma Vishnu Lokam Sagashti Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Natha Swami Nayana patagami bhavatu me, nayana patagami bhavatu me, Jagannatha Swami nayana patagami, Jagannatha Swami nayana patagami bhavatu me, nayana patagami Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jagannath, Jai Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladev, Jai Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan, Jaya Radhe, Gaura. Sometimes he plays on his flute or sings supremely sweet songs within the groves along the banks of the Yamuna. Like a bee thirsty for honey, he jubilantly relishes the lotus faces of the gopis. His feet are offered worship by Lakshmi, Shiv, Brahma, Indra, and Ganesh. May Jagannath Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. In his left hand he holds a flute. Upon his head he wears the tail plumes of a peacock, and around his waist is fine silken cloth. From the corners of his eyes he bestows tail plumes of a peacock, and around his waist is fine silken cloth. From the corners of his eyes he bestows sidelong glances. It is known that his pastimes perpetually take place within the land of Sri Vrindavan. May Jagannath Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. On the shore of the great ocean, within his palace, atop the brilliant golden crest of Nilachala, the blue mountain, he resides with his powerful brother Baladevji. Their very beautiful sister Subhadra is between them on her chariot. He bestows the opportunity of service upon all the demigods. May Jagannath Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. He is an ocean of mercy, and his bodily complexion is as beautiful as a bank of blackish rain clouds. Delighting Lakshmi and Saraswati, his face resembles a fully blossomed and spotless lotus. He is worshipped by the foremost of the demigods, and his transcendental glories are sung by the topmost scriptures. May Jagannath Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. As Jagannath Dev travels along the road mounted upon his chariot, he is met at every step by throngs of brahmanas who sing his praises. Upon hearing them, he bestows mercy upon them. He is an ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the worlds. May Jagannath Swami, accompanied by Lakshmi Devi, the daughter of the ocean, kindly enter the pathway of my vision. Sri Jagannath Dev is the crest jewel of all manifestations of the supreme absolute truth, and his eyes are like the petals of a fully blossomed blue lotus. He resides at Nilachal, and he places his feet on the head of Anantashesh Nag. Being blissfully immersed in bhakti rasa, he derives great happiness from embracing the ras-laden body of Srimati Radhika. May Jagannath Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. I do not pray for a kingdom, nor for gold, jewels, wealth, nor for a delightful wife as desired by all men. My only prayer is that Sri Jagannath Dev, whose splendid glories are always sung at every moment by Shiva, the lord of ghosts, demons, and goblins, may kindly enter the pathway of my vision. O Master of godly beings, kindly remove this fleeting and meaningless worldly existence. O Lord of the Yadus, kindly purge me of my ocean of sins that has no shore. Aho! It is certain that you bestow your lotus feet upon those who are lowly and devoid of any shelter. May Jagannath Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. One who carefully recites this sacred Jagannathastakam upon becoming sinless and pure-hearted will attain entrance into Vishnu Lok. Jai Jagannath. Jai.
Akaya Chaksurunlitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tvadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Nama Yang Pravajantamanupeta Dvaipayano Virahakataruajuhava Putriti Tanmayataya Tadavo Banidus Tang Sarvabhutaridayam Munimanatosmi Bhaktya Vinay Aparada Lakshay Chaptasya Kamadi Tarangamadi Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapadyam Vinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavaivasmi Na jivami tam vina iti vigyaya radhe tam nayamam charanantike kripayati adiradha vadita sheshabadha kimaparavashishtam pushtimayadayorme Yadi vadati chakinchit smeraha sodita srir Dvijavaramani panktya mukti shoktya tadakim Shama sundara shikanda shekara smeraha samurali manohara Radhikara sigamam kripanit Swapriya charana kinkari karo Prananatha vrishabhanunand Srimakabjara salola sadapada Radhika padatale kritistitam Tam bhajami rasikendra shekhar Samvidaya dashane trinam vibho Partaye brajabahendra nanda Astu mohan tavati balaba Janma janmani madiswari priya. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev Nichalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Astotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudevs Nichalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Astotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj and Shri Srimad Bhakti began Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to our grand spiritual masters Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj and Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to his divine associates, and to all the assembled devotees, and to the assembled devotees Diksha Gurus, who are my Shiksha Gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Madhav Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Pan Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Siddhanti Maharaj. And here we are. Where are we? In Jagannath Puri, continuing the pastimes of the Lord in front of Jagannath as the cart rolls. So we discussed, before Maharaj came, the first and second histories of how Lord Jagannath appears. And Maharaj discussed the glories of Hira Panchami, and now we're going to be discussing the Lord's dancing at Ratha Yatra, leading up to and including, I hope, Sri Krishna's discussions with the gopis when they met at Kurukshetra. So everyone was astonished at the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We're reading from Srila Prabhupada's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, called The Lord's Dancing at Ratha Yatra, chapter 13. Everyone was astonished by the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and even Lord Jagannath became extremely happy to see him. The car came to a complete standstill and remained immobile while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while Lord Jagannath, with unblinking eyes, you can imagine, watched the dancing of Mahaprabhu. The goddess of fortune, Subhadra, and Lord Balaram both felt great happiness and ecstasy within their hearts. Indeed, they were seen smiling at the Lord's dancing. When Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, 8 wonderful transformations, indicative of divine ecstasy, were seen on his body. All these symptoms were visible simultaneously. His skin erupted with goose pimples, and the hairs of his body stood on end. His body resembled the simile silk cotton tree, all covered with thorns. Indeed, the people became afraid just to see his teeth chatter. And they even thought that his teeth would fall out. Prabhupada is so merciful to have given us its translations. Mahaprabhu's whole body flowed with perspiration, and at the same time oozed blood. He made the sounds jaja, gaga, stuttering like that, in a voice choked with ecstasy. Tears came forcibly from the eyes of the Lord, as if from a syringe, and all the people surrounding him became wet. Everyone saw the complexion of his body change from white to pink, so that his luster resembled that of a malika flower. Sometimes he appeared stunned, and sometimes he rolled on the ground. Indeed, sometimes his legs and hands became as hard as dry wood, and he didn't move. When he fell to the ground, sometimes his breathing almost stopped. When the devotees saw this, their lives also became very feeble. Water flowed from his eyes, and sometimes through his nostrils. Imagine if you can just picture everything coming from everywhere, all the parts of his body. And foam fell from his mouth. These flowings, what were the flowings?
Oozing of the blood.
Oozing blood.
Perspiration, that was so much, it was everywhere.
Perspiration everywhere. Tears. Foaming at the mouth. Water flowed from his eyes, and sometimes flowed from his nostrils. And what it appeared to be like? Torrents of nectar descending from the moon. We can't picture it. We can only imagine with our mundane vision. If we could imagine, if we could see, we would faint. Like you see those 4 manjaris there? When I first brought them, the live paintings, to Srila Gurudev in Mathura, he said, if you really could see them, you would faint. The foam that fell from the mouth of the Lord was taken and drunk by Subhananda, because he was very fortunate and expert in relishing the mellows of ecstatic love of God, coming as the foam from his mouth. After performing his devastating dance for some time, Mahaprabhu's mind entered a mood of ecstatic love. After abandoning the dancing, he ordered Swarup Damodar to sing. Understanding his mind, Swarup Damodar began to sing as follows. Now comes the very, very famous verse. Setapadana nata painu jahalagi madana dahane jorid genu. Now, who's speaking here? Srimati Radhika. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was being burnt by Cupid and withering away. How many years was it? About 70 years. And this all came from Krishna saying, Parson aonga, day after tomorrow or tomorrow I'll be back. When this refrain was loudly sung by Swarup Damodar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again began rhythmically dancing in transcendental bliss. The car of Lord Jagannath began to move slowly, while the son of Mother Sachi went ahead and danced in front. What did that signify when he was dancing in front? The gopis taking Krishna of Dwarka to Vrindavan, changing his moods by their moods. While dancing and singing, all the devotees in front of Lord Jagannath kept their eyes on him. Mahaprabhu then went to the end of the procession with the Sankirtan performers. His eyes and mind fully absorbed in Lord Jagannath, he began to play the drama of the song with his two arms. What song? Se ta parayana. What is it? Se ta parana na tapainu. When Mahaprabhu was dramatically enacting the song, he would sometimes fall behind the procession. At such times, Jagannath would come to a standstill. He didn't want to go anywhere. Krishna didn't want to go anywhere without Srimati Radhika. That's why Krishna left the rasa dance, though there were so many beautiful maidens. At such times, Lord Jagannath would come to a standstill. When Mahaprabhu again went forward, Jagannath's car would move slowly and start again. Thus there was a sort of competition between Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath in seeing who would lead. But Mahaprabhu was so strong that he made Lord Jagannath wait in his car. Prabhupada writes in the purport, after giving up the company of the gopis in Vrindavan, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, engaged in his pastimes at Dwarka. When Krishna went to Kurukshetra with his brother and sister and others from Dwarka, he again met the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu is Radha Bhava Duti Subalita. That is, Krishna himself assuming the part of Srimati Radhika in order to understand Krishna. Jagannath is Krishna and Mahaprabhu is Srimati Radhika. Mahaprabhu's leading Lord Jagannath toward Gundicha temple corresponded to Radhika leading Krishna towards Vrindavan. So Prabhupada's giving these very deep meanings, which Srila Gurudev expanded on for maybe 5-6 years in whatever European country he was in July, when in India there were like 4 million people attending the festival. So let's see what Prabhupada says. What? No, I mean Prabhupada in his purport. But we will see what Gurudev said. So Dwarka is the place where Krishna enjoys opulence. However, he was being led by Mahaprabhu to Vrindavan, the simple village where all the inhabitants are filled with ecstatic love for Krishna. Sri Chaitra is the place of opulence, and Vrindavan, the place of Madhurya Lila, sweetness. So when Mahaprabhu was following at the rear of the Rath, indicating that Lord Jagannath Krishna was forgetting the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Thus, in his opulent Ratha Yatra, he was returning to Vrindavan. Although Krishna neglected the inhabitants of Vrindavan, he could not forget them. Thus, on his Ratha Yatra, he was returning. And in the role of Srimati Radhika, Mahaprabhu was examining whether the Lord still remembers the inhabitants of Vrindavan. So when he fell behind, Jagannath, Krishna himself, understood the mind of Srimati Radhika. Therefore, Jagannath sometimes fell behind the dancing of Mahaprabhu. He would wait on the Rath for their forward march. In this way, Jagannath agreed that without the ecstasy of Radharani, he could not feel satisfied. While he was thus waiting, Gaur-Sundar Mahaprabhu, in his ecstasy of Radharani, immediately came forward to Krishna. At such times, Jagannath would proceed ahead very slowly. These competitive exchanges were all part of the love affair between Krishna and Srimati Radhika. And who emerged successful? Radhika. While he was dancing, his ecstasy changed. And now we're going to come to Srila Gurudev. Raising his two arms, he began to recite the following verse out loud, beginning Yak Kumara Haraha. That very personality who stole away my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights in the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of Malati is there, and the same sweet breezes are blowing in the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I'm eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva, under the Vetasi tree. That is my desire. What does that mean? Under the Vetasi tree, on the bank of the Reva river. So this is a verse from Padyavali by Srila Rupa Goswami. This verse was recited by Mahaprabhu again and again, and except for Swarup Damodar, no one could understand it. But there's one other person who understood it, and that was Srila Rupa, not yet Goswami, he was still a young boy. Rupa. Formerly, all the gopis of Vrindavan were very pleased when they met with Krishna in the holy place Kurukshetra. Similarly, after seeing Jagannath, so there's a corollary, you must understand, that everybody understands, that Krishna's meeting with Radharani and the gopis at Kurukshetra 5,000 years ago, after 70 years, correlates with the Rath Yatra festival where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bringing Jagannath to Gundicha temple, which, tell me if I'm right, which is Vrindavan. Why? Represents Vrindavan. Only in Navadvip are the 12 forests of Vrindavan, not in Puri. Similarly, after seeing Lord Jagannath, Mahaprabhu awoke in the ecstasy of the gopis. Being absorbed in this ecstasy, he asked Swarup Damodar to sing a refrain. What is that refrain? You are the same Krishna. I am the same Radhika. We're meeting again in the same way that we met in the beginning of our lives. But although we're both the same, my mind is attracted to Vrindavan. I wish that you will please again appear with your lotus feet in Vrindavan. Kurukshetra is crowded with so many people, elephants, horses, the rattling of chariots. In Vrindavan, there are flower gardens, and the humming of bees and the chirping of birds can be heard. See, this is called rasa dosh, or the fault of mixing of incompatible rasas. That is, Krishna is in Dwarka, and Radhika and the gopis are there, Nanda Baba is there. So can Krishna act like the cowherd boy there? Can he do ras with the gopis there? He can't even show out his flute or his peacock feather. So this creates a dissension in the mind. No real happiness could be there. Here you're dressed like a royal prince, accompanied by great warriors. But in Vrindavan, you appear just like a cowherd boy, accompanied by your beautiful flute. Here there's not even a drop of the ocean of transcendental nectar that is enjoyed by you in Vrindavan. So this is a very important verse. So the gopis, it appears that the gopis are feeling such separation from Krishna, and for their own happiness, they are wanting Krishna to come back to Vrindavan, because they're almost dead. Gurudev gives the example that when he was 15 years old, his father was a farmer, and his father gave him this big bag of chickpeas. Did you hear this from Ashram Maharaj? His father gave him this big, giant bag of chickpeas to carry back to his house, which is a long walk. So at first it was really light. It keeps going, going, going. Gets heavier and heavier. When he reaches the edge of his village, he's just about to drop it down, but he doesn't. But when he reaches his door, can't carry it anymore. He drops it. So similarly, the gopis were just about able to maintain their lives when Krishna was in Dwarka and they were in Vrindavan. But now they all came by bullock cart to Kurukshetra, and it was harder and harder for them to maintain their lives. So Krishna was in the middle of an assembly, and all the munis and the princes and the kings from everywhere were there. Krishna's not father, but Vasudeva, and not aunt, but Kunti, the sister of Vasudeva, they also met together. It was a real family reunion. And Kunti was saying, "Oh, brother, when we were being tortured by the Kurus, I think you forgot me. You didn't come to protect me." So Vasudeva was saying, "Oh, sister, what could I do? I was in the prison house of Kamsa, and he was kicking us with his feet on our chest." So in this way, they were weeping and to each other in love. So then everyone was talking. Krishna was there at the head of the assembly, and all of a sudden, somebody came and whispered to Krishna that your parents just came from Vrindavan in a bullock cart. He didn't wait 1 second. He was out the door. Baladev was following him. And they came to the place where the gopis were hiding, like behind the trees. Mother Yasoda was there. She was keeping in her tears before, but now she cried more than she had in so many years. Krishna jumped on her lap. She covered his head with her veil, and he began like drinking her milk, like a baby. She was weeping, he was weeping. She was calling out, "Oh, mother, mother." And she was calling out, "Oh, my son." So seeing that Krishna was gone, Devaki and Vasudeva and so many others came, and Rohini came, fortunately. You know, Rohini is the mother of Baladev in Vrindavan. Now she is in Kurukshetra, and she's overhearing that Devaki, she has a real, you know how you really want to say something and you hold yourself back? So she really wanted to say, "Yasode, Krishna is not your son, he's my son." But instead, being very intelligent, she said, "Oh, Yasode, you are the most merciful person in the world, because even though Krishna is not your son, he's my son, you took care of him just like the eyelids take care of the pupil of the eyes by protecting them." Anyway, so she wasn't able to go further. And anyway, Mother Yasoda and Krishna weren't even paying attention. So anyway, so Rohini came, and she said, "Look, you have so many guests to greet here. And so let's go. You're the hostess. Let's go." So they immediately went with Rohini. And then there was Mother Yasoda. There was Baladev. And Mother Yasoda could see the gopis from a little bit of a distance, that they were just about to die. If it was going to be another second, like Gurudev outside the village. And she said, she took Baladev's little hand, little, not so little, but being the mother, she took Baladev's hand and took him away. And then the gopis were able to be alone with Krishna. And then they started talking. Now this is very interesting because the first thing Krishna did was try to show off as usual. You know how in Vrindavan he always tried to show off how great he was? So here too. Sorry for this binding. It's one of the first GVP books in India. Where are we? Where is their talk? Don't tell me I lost it. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, so this verse that Yak Kumara, what? Haraha, that we used to meet freely, but that time is now gone. That time has passed. And here you are, you're the same lover, I'm the same beloved, but I'm not happy here. I want to go back to where the Reva River is, and the flowing, and underneath the Vetasi tree. What is the significance of the Vetasi tree?
What does it represent in Vrindavan? Because I know that Reva represents Yamuna.
Yeah.
Is it all gnarled?
No. The Vedasi tree has a particular attribute. Like, I remember when I was in Russia with Vasanti many years ago, and they had just had a big hurricane, and the trees, also in the Philippines, the trees were just completely knocked over. No connection with the root. But a Vedasi tree is so interesting. It goes like that all the way over and all the way over without breaking. So underneath the Vedasi tree symbolizes that we would just sit there speaking sweet nothings, hiding because we weren't married, and nothing could hold back our love. There was no restraint. But now, what does it mean now that our youth is stolen away? Now that we're married, it's not so interesting anymore, basically. So I want to be unmarried again. Is that possible? No. Therefore, the pain is so great. And the meaning is, I want to be back in Vrindavan by the Jamuna with the Kadamba trees, speaking sweet nothings and all the lotus flowers. It was such a good time together. Hear this sing. I was happy then, but I'm not happy now. We are meeting here and there's no obstruction. You're married. Yes, free pass. We can live in our home together without any shame, because we have permission. We can meet now. We have the passport to meet. No one will criticize us now, but we don't have the same love and affection that we had before we were married. I want you to come back to the groves of the Reva River. So Mahaprabhu is remembering this scene. And Rup, young Rup, he wrote a corresponding verse which showed that it's actually Radha and Krishna meeting at Kurukshetra. That's why he's dancing and weeping. What a pain that is. Yak Kumara Haraha. He who stole our youth and teenage years and played with us has now become our husband. Our Kumara age has been stolen away by marriage. And then what's the greatest joy? Since it's basically boring, this is for people who are not Krishna conscious, where Krishna is not in the center. So it's basically boring. What is the greatest happiness there? When they have a fight and make up just at that time, and then it goes back. So the gopis are remembering these pastimes, and they tell Krishna at Kurukshetra, if you come to Vrindavan, so yeah, I forgot to fulfill that sentence. It appeared that the gopis are worried about their own happiness. See how miserable they are, weeping. But what are they really thinking? Prabhupada indicated it in his translation.
Krishna could never be happy.
Krishna can't be happy except in Vrindavan. Who's gonna say tricks to get Krishna to eat?
Not Devaki.
Not Devaki.
Not me.
Right, not them. But Mother Yasoda. Look, Krishna. Look at Balaram's Sika. It's so long and thick. Look at yours, straggly. Don't you want to become strong like Baladev? Yes. And give me that chapati or whatever it was. I swore to Narayan that you'd eat. So Mahaprabhu was thinking in the mood of Radhika. We were meeting there in Vrindavan at Radhakund, Nandagam, Sanket, Ter Kadamba, Kadamba Kyari, and elsewhere. The air was so fragrant in the beautiful groves of Kadamba. And Radha and Krishna used to meet there and perform many pleasant pastimes. Sometimes they played on swings, sometimes they gambled. When Radhika used to defeat Krishna, all the gopis clapped. And Krishna became very happy even though he was defeated. Sometimes the gopis stole his flute. And then he would look for it here and there and he would say, I will die if you keep my flute. Why are you keeping it? I will have to search for it everywhere to see which one of you has kept my flute. Searching. We can't meet you here, as Prabhupada wrote in the translation. Elephants, horses, Bhishma, Drona, kings, Vasudev, Devaki, especially your queens. Is Krishna going to give Radhika a palace or room in a palace? Krishna asked the gopis, what shall I do? They replied, just come back to Vrindavan. But if you want to come back to Vrindavan, and then emotionally, with their moods, they slipped Krishna his flute and his peacock feather. And you'll have to give up the idea that you're the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. We remember Vrindavan. We were Kishore and Kishori. You were Kishore, entering your teenage years. So see, they're giving already. See, that's what the Rath Yatra festival is. Krishna is always feeling separation from Radhika and the gopis, and Nanda Baba, and Yashoda, and the cows, and the cowherd boys. You remember in the history number 2, where Rukmini and Satyabhama are complaining to Narada, because Narada came to them and said, you're the most fortunate recipients of Krishna's mercy. They became so upset. You have no idea how we're not the recipients. Krishna lies on our bed at night. What is it? It wets the pillow, wets the whole bed, calling out, oh mother, give me some roti, give me some makan, give me some butter. Oh, Basanti names? Shamali, Davali, Madangamukhi, Bangsi Priya, yeah, Pashangi. Okay. It's like we're not even there. Even though we're so beautiful, so opulent, it's like we're not even there. And then they asked Rohini, why? Krishna has everything here. What does he have there? A few berries, a few flowers. And she explained, if you remember that, I think Maharaj was speaking about that there's 3 different kinds of ratis, or attachment for Krishna.
Smarta, I think, is the top.
First one is Sadarani Rati. Who's that? Kubja. It's not very pleasing to Krishna. And then there's Samanjasarati, which is the love of the queens who share their love for Krishna with their children, their maidservants, and so on. But the gopis, even though they're married, They have no household duties. They have no children. They have no interest in anything except going out to Krishna, even though, who was it who explained? Oh, Prem Priyojana Prabhu once explained in Badger that nowadays there's no morality. So if somebody's immoral, it doesn't matter. If somebody leaves their husband for another, it's like almost doesn't matter. It does, but in terms of modern determination, it doesn't. So, but in the Vedic culture, the highest glory of a woman is her chastity. So if people suspect that she's not chaste, it's the greatest pain, unlivable pain. But the gopis, that unlivable pain became unlimited ecstasy. Because why? They couldn't have cared less. They were so attracted to Krishna and his flute playing. So they say to Krishna now, you should sit on this chariot of our hearts and come to Vrindavan. They all became so happy as they take Krishna to Vrindavan on the chariots of their hearts. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was bringing the same mood. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, since King Indradumna, like millions and millions of years ago, at the beginning of creation, there was also the Ratha Yatra festival, also Snana Yatra, also Mahaprabhu would get sick and then they would have to feed him fruit juices. But there was no light. He put a new light in the Ratha Yatra festival, that is the gopis taking Krishna back to Vrindavan.
That's like the original source, right?
I'm sorry?
Like the gopis taking Krishna to Vrindavan.
Is the original source. Yeah, like Shiva.
Then it became ritual.
Yeah.
Krishna and Shiva.
I was going to say, you're right, because everything begins in Vrindavan. Like Lord Shiva became Gopeswar Mahadev, but he began there. Did the pastime of Shiva, doing austerity so that he can become Gopeswar Mahadev. Who else? Narada. Where does Narada originate? Madhu Mangal. Naradiya Gopi, Madhu Mangal. Then he became expanded to Narada, and Narada wants to become a Gopi. Okay. So this is very interesting. You heard in the first history that King Indradumna sent out his priest Vidyapati to look for who? Neel Madhav. And so he married Lalita, the daughter of Vishwavasu, and he was the first one taking care of Neel Madhav. So Jagannath blessed the whole festival, speaking to King Indradumna, that the descendants of Lalita, they will cook for me when I'm quote unquote sick. They will carry me to the cart, and the descendants of your Brahmana wife will worship. They will do the worship. So while, this is really interesting, not that anything isn't, while the deities were bringing Jagannath to the cart, and I think Maharaj read about that. No, I read about it a few days ago. Readers are one. Okay, so Jagannath was going back and forth, right, as they were pulling him, and he was going on the pillows, and the pillows were crackling, and all the cotton was coming out of the pillows. So what did this represent? Many strong, tall, and beautiful deities wrapped their chatters around themselves as wrestlers, and then, imitating the mood of the gopis, they tie Jagannath with ropes. They abuse him in so many ways, addressing him Shala, Shala. Shala, on one side, means brother-in-law, but it's also used as an abuse. What does it mean? We don't know where you took birth, so decide. Are you the son of Vasudeva and Devaki? We don't believe it. Or are you the son of Yasoda? You'd have to take this peacock feather and think you're the son of Yasoda. So it's not certain who Krishna's father is. Vasudeva or Nanda. Neither is it certain who is actually his mother. In fact, no one's his mother. The gopis hurl so much abuse at Krishna as they pull him on the chariot of their hearts. And during the festival, Jagannath is pulled by hundreds and hundreds of big wrestlers who jostle him back and forth. So, in the third history, which I don't think you've heard yet, right? In the third, we can do that tomorrow morning, because then, starting tomorrow night, you're lucky to have Sripad Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj. So, tomorrow will be our last. Oh, tomorrow is only Thursday? Okay, I'll do morning and evening tomorrow. Okay. In the third history, Krishna is going to meet Radharani. You want to say something?
I was going to say, Maharaj actually shared this pastime with us this morning.
Oh, fine. At the program? Oh, well, he already did it. Anyway, I was just going to give a little reference to it, because we're here mainly at Kurukshetra, which was that when Krishna was walking, he was practically fainting both ways as he was going to the chariot to go back to Vrindavan in the third history. Bringing who? Baladev and Subhadra. Why did he bring Baladev and Subhadra? Yeah, no problem. He's with his brother and sister. They're definitely just going for a short time and they'll be back. But when he was going, he was like that. So that's why it's like that at the Rath Yatra festival. But I want to find the place where, oh yes, is it coming? Well, he kept trying. He kept almost fainting. He couldn't stand. He was so much emotion to get back to Vrindavan. Sorry? Like the Videsi, yeah. I think it's a Vitasha tree. Is it Vitashi? Huh? All right, I think so. Okay. Okay, the gopis, when the gopis met Krishna, they were already half dead. In their entire lives, they never wept the way they did that day. They became almost senseless and about to die. But now they finally came and met him face to face. I'm trying to find the place where Krishna is telling them, yes, here it is. When their weeping subsided, Krishna is going to do his usual naughtiness. So he says, dear ladies, aham hi sarvabhutanam adiranto nirantabahi bhautikanam yata kambar borbayor jyotir angana. Dear ladies, I'm the beginning and end. Imagine Krishna telling this to the gopis. I'm the beginning and the end of all created beings. Everybody saw him born and the umbilical cord cut. I exist both within them and outside them, just as the elements, ether, water, earth, air, and fire, are the beginning and end of all things. I want to tell you a secret, gopis. Have you heard that I'm the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Really I am. You should know that I am Vishnu. I am everywhere, in everyone's heart. And I'm even in the hearts of the animals and the grass and the particles of water and air. I'm in your hearts as well. I'm everywhere. So you're never separated from me. There's no need for you to feel separation from me. And as an earthen vessel cannot be separated from earth because it's made of earth. So you are made of my love. So we're never separated, so don't feel separation. So what happened when the gopis heard this? Their separation increased more and more. And their anger also increased.
Did their separation increase more because they were getting Dwarkadish when they wanted Vrindavan Sham Sundar?
Well, let's find out. That's a good question. Because he's not in the mood of Krishna to play with them. He's putting on an air of, I'm so great. They tell Krishna not by words, but by mood. Oh, big cheater, you are black inside and out. You always want to cheat us. Like, when did he not want to cheat them? We know that you're not Bhagavan. You're not the Supreme Lord. We know you from the beginning. We know that you came from Mother Yasoda's womb, weeping for her milk. And if you don't get what you want when you want it, you throw all the pots around, you put on a temper tantrum, you ate earth, and then you told your mother, I didn't eat earth. You're always stealing butter and milk from other people's houses. Bhagavan wouldn't do this. He already owns everything. And then you steal the garments of the young, unmarried gopis. Would God do that? No. Why would he do that? We know that you're very passionate. You used to call us by the melody of your flute. Radhe, Lalite, Vishake. You used to play clean on your flute. That's a very interesting, remind me, and we'll talk about it tomorrow because it's extensive. You know, he played the sound cling on his flute. Ka, la, e, m dot, very significant. And then we came and danced with you. Why would the Supreme Personality of Godhead want to dance with some milkmaids? We also know that you kept your sweet Bhansi and your head at Radhika's feet. And you begged her for forgiveness. Would the Supreme Lord beg somebody for forgiveness? We know you're cheating. And then they say this verse. Ahuschatena lina naba padara vindam yogesvarai hridivichin tamagada bodhai samsara kupa patito tadana valambam geham jusham apimanas yudayat sadana. I think we already read Prabhupada's translation. Dear Lord, whose navel is like a lotus flower, your lotus feet are the only shelter for those who have fallen into the deep well of material existence. Your feet are worshipped and meditated upon by great mystic yogis, and highly learned philosophers. We wish that these lotus feet may also be awakened within our hearts, although we are only ordinary persons engaged in household affairs. So what is this called? In Sanskrit, it's called Shlesha Vakya, which means sarcasm. Yeah, you have a lotus coming out of your navel. And who came out of that? Great yogi Brahma. So he came from an inert thing, a flower. He didn't come from a mother's womb. So his brain is like that, inert. Just like if ladies, these days, pregnant ladies, type on their radiated computer on their laps, or in other words, on their wombs. So the child comes out with brain damage. Similarly, Brahma was born from an inert lotus, so his brain is also inert. So of course he's going to worship you. But we know better. Or when, in the Brahma Gita, when Krishna appeared as a bumblebee and said, "Oh, even Lakshmi knows how great and pure Krishna is." And what did they say? Of course Lakshmi does. Who's her carrier? An owl whose eyes are open in the night when you can't see anything and closed in the day. Of course she's going to worship you. She doesn't know what a cheater you are. So when they say that we're drowning, where is it? Where does it say drowning? Yeah. Your lotus feet are the only shelter for those who have fallen to the deep well of material existence. So, what are they in? You could say, well, they're just suffering, they're high because they're suffering from separation from Krishna. They're not absorbed in any material household life. But what do they really mean? That we know that you are suffering from separation, but they didn't say it. That you are suffering. That's love. Like if Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur gave the example of somebody comes to a friend's house and the friend says, I went to the store just for you and I know what your favorite preparations are. So I've cooked all things for you. What happens? The love goes down. But if I said, oh, what a coincidence. I've just made this, not knowing that you were coming. Then the love goes up. So the gopis are saying, we're burning in separation. Even worse, that we're burning in material household life. What do they really mean? You are burning in separation from us. We're the only ones who can pacify you, who can relieve you from this suffering. We do have to stop right now. So we're stopping right this very second in the midst of a cliffhanger. And we will continue tomorrow morning. Goa Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
You smiled when we were reciting about this shloka from Jagannath, the Jagannathastakam, the 7th verse. I did Navayachi Rajam Nathakanakam Manika Vibhava. You know this one?
It's in the Jagannath song?
Yeah, I do not pray for a kingdom, nor for gold, jewels, wealth, nor...
Can you speak louder? You're on live stream. I hope you're on live stream. We have such terrible internet. I mean to say we might not even be on live stream anymore.
It's the 7th shloka. I do not pray for a kingdom, nor for gold, jewels, wealth, nor for a delightful wife as desired by all men. My only prayer is that Sri Jagannath Dev, whose splendid glories are always sung at every moment by Shiva, the Lord of ghosts and demons, that's when you smiled.
Who smiled?
You.
I think everybody did. Didn't you?
Is there any significance why it said that Shiva, the Lord of ghosts, demons, and goblins,
what does he do? Sing his
whose
glories?
splendid glories are always sung at every moment?
Whose splendid glories?
Jagannath Dev's.
Oh, Shiva sings the glories of Jagannath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say. It just seems to be what it says.
There's always a deeper meaning.
Huh?
There's always a deeper meaning.
I don't know what I'd have to ask. Maybe you can ask your Guru Maharaj when he comes. You want to do that?
Yeah, he recites this verse.
Oh, your Guru Maharaj does?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well then he's the one to ask.
Ask one more quick question.
I mean, the only thing that comes to my mind, which is not probably the answer, is that Lord Shiva comes from Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath is Radha and Krishna. Lord Shiva is Gopishwar, but now he's taking the role of being the lord of the ghosts and hobgoblins, everybody, all those upper ones from Vrindavan, they take so many roles.
So interesting.
Hmm?
If you think about that.
Yeah, if you think, you yourself can think and go in to all the significance. But yeah, I'd look forward to hear his reply. Yeah.
My question is, when did Rohini go to Dwarka? Because I know she's in the pastimes of Radha, Krishna, and Braj, but then we see she's in the second reason. So I don't have very
You
much
know what?
history.
I
of
was
Rohini.
actually hoping that nobody would ask that when we came to that. I don't know if she came when Baladev came and just stayed, but that's another good question for his Guru Maharaj. Yeah,
So, Lord Jagannath,
that'll be my 3 strikes in a row.
when he's being pulled to Dwarka, to Kurukshetra, from Dwarka, so,
He's not being pulled from Dwarka to Kurukshetra.
wait a second, oh no.
No, go ahead.
Dwarka to Vrindavan. Okay, I thought they meant
Yeah.
at Kurukshetra.
Yeah, there's 2 things going on.
Okay.
There's 5,000 years ago, Krishna met the gopis at Kurukshetra because there was a solar eclipse, and that time everyone was invited.
Okay.
And the Rath Yatra festival is a commemoration. It's a commemoration of that meeting 5,000 years ago.
Okay.
500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya gave this new light. So there's no relationship of one going to another. But Krishna was in Dwarka, and then he went to Kurukshetra. Everyone went to Kurukshetra for the family reunion solar eclipse.
So then Lord Chaitanya gave light to that's actually the deeper meaning of Lord Chaitanya.
Is that it's commemorating Kurukshetra 5,000 years ago.